The world's greatest card game. That joke's never gonna get old, right? Huh? Pretty good. Give me one sec. I gotta do my pop my chat out trick so that I can see if anyone messages me. I can debate people again about whether or not you should play this game. Listen, I think it's fun, but I don't prescribe to tell other people that, you know, you should do what you want, and that's yeah, that's all I got. How do you pop out chat in Twitch? How do you do that? I'm trying to do that because oh, you know what I should do? I can go to my like stream manager, right? All right, give me a second here. Get started in a moment. Here we go. Here we go. Pop this thing out. Boom. Then do my little magic trick. There it is. Now if anyone talks to me, I can see it. Alright, so I got this deck here. Maelrawn's Timeline. I booted up the game earlier to procrastinate doing some schoolwork, and this is what I came up with. It started with, and it's not quite complete, so I'm gonna finish it up right now and then play it because I haven't played it yet, and we'll test it out. Well, let me tell you what the genesis of it was. Got Ghost Scepter here, right? And Ghost Scepter gives a unit immunity to physical damage, and other damage it takes is doubled. So this is really interesting. Maybe I just don't know how this card works, but it seems like you can play this onto an enemy. You can play this either onto your own units or enemy units, and the thing I'm interested in is playing it on enemy units. So first I tried to make a deck surrounding that idea, and I found out that, you know, if you really make a deck surrounding that, you're not actually doing much. You're just basically making a deck that's good at killing heroes or units, but like that's not super useful, right? I mean, beyond, like, there's lots of cards that's what I'm trying to say. So there's lots of cards that could do that very, very efficiently and effectively. So I don't see how this would be more efficient than those cards, or bring anything new to the table. So, but we have it in here. So then I kept looking through the card list, and I came upon this one right here. This was in Artifact 1, and I can't remember off the top of my head what it did, but I think it gave cards lock. I think that's what I think it gave a random card lock at the start of the round. But it's completely different now. So now you put in a lane and you disable round start effects and after combat effects. And then you can pay 1 mana to trigger the disabled effects. So you can trigger round start effects and after combat effects at the same time. And at first I was like, wow, that could probably be broken if there's like a round start effect and after combat effect. If like a unit has both, there's probably some weird reaction you can do. Actually, saying that, isn't there, this is not in the deck, but now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like this would be a good addition. I gotta lower my chair a little bit. Am I still in frame? Yeah, mostly. Good enough, right? There's a card here, this guy. He has both, right? What would happen if you did this to him? Move him to the next lane, battle the unit blind. Yeah, so you know, not that special. I don't even understand how this would work, because would it trigger, which one would it trigger first, the after combat or the round start? That is maybe something to test for another time. So anyway, we have Fractured Timeline. So first I was like, wow, what if you can do both those things at once? How would that affect the game? Like, is there any weird, cool, broken combo you can do with that? The answer from my brief 10 or so minutes of searching is no. Most of the round start effects are they're just like do damage to the units in front of you, which is not bad. And then a lot of the after combat effects are buff this unit's attack, or something, or heal a unit, something along those lines. So nothing like crazy broken there. But if you take all of those cards, right, all of the cards that have, or a lot of the good cards that have round start effects and after combat effects, turns out that a lot of the round start effect cards are in blue, and a lot of the after combat effect cards are in green. And in addition to some, what am I trying to say? In addition to some round start effects in green as well. So turns out that if you put all those in a deck, you get a deck that goes pretty wide and buffs a lot of the units. What's really interesting though, and the real combo of this deck that I'm trying to pull off, is you take, and if you couldn't tell by the title, here it is. Here is why it's called Maelrawn's Timeline. What you do, you try to play a Maelrawn as early as possible in the game. Okay, step 1. Step 2. After he's been down for a round, you play so he gets 1 boost to his charge. Then you play Fractured Timeline in that lane, and you can re-trigger the doubling of his charges. So let me just explain this card real quick, because I didn't do that, and if anyone is watching, they might not be familiar with what this card does. Each time at the beginning of the round, under normal circumstances, this card's charges will double, and if it ever has charges that are more than the health of the tower of the lane it's in, then it transforms into this card here, the Spawn of Maelrawn, which is a huge 32/32 with trample. It's massive. It's great, fantastic. You can almost one-hit towers, so you get that. It takes about 5 doublings, so 2 to the power of 5 is 32, right? So it takes about 5 or so doublings to under normal circumstances to go above the tower. Sometimes you can do it in 4 if you get the tower down real fast. So with that in mind, you put this down, you let it go for 1 round, so you get up to 2. That's one doubling. Then you play Fractured Timeline and trigger the ability. So that's the second one. Okay. So we're doing good so far. This is all in 1 turn. Then you play Birds of Paradox and you trigger it again. So that's 3. Then you use Earthshaker's ability here that my face is covering, Fissure, which bounces allies from near Earthshaker out of the lane. So then you fissure out the Birds of Paradox. You play it again. That's 4. So if you do all that, you are very, very close to getting 5 in 1 turn, and very, very close to getting the Maelrawn out in like 1 turn after you play it. If you have multiple Fractured Timelines, I don't know if this is true, but this is what I imagine is true and what I hope is true, because the deck is kind of built around it. If you have multiple Fractured Timelines, you could trigger that ability for as many number of times as you have this card. Why is that good? You can only get up to 3. Well, 3 doublings is pretty solid. In addition to that, we have Mimicry, so we can copy a tower enchantment, so we can get multiple of these, like even more of these Fractured Timelines. And I'm hoping that with all of that put together, we can get some massive we can get this Maelrawn out. if I had to guess, before playing this deck at all, if I had to guess, I would say the most likely weak points here are not having enough mana to do all of these things in one turn. That would be one. And then 2 would be not having the right cards in hand. Because there is quite a bit of fluff in here. Like, we're running OD, so we get that, and we're running, well, you know, Lycan we have for the Savage Wolves, because their after combat effects can get triggered by the Fractured Timeline, and we're running things like Quick Sap Sproutling. I basically just threw everything that has those types of abilities in here, and we'll see if that is going to be effective. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I want to play it. I want to check it out. We've got Prelix for Barracks. Barracks should trigger when comboed with Fractured Timeline. I'm not sure, but I think they should. And the last one that might seem weird is we have Unearthed Secrets. So when you play another non-item card from this lane, it has Mulch. And what Mulch does is it draws a card from your deck that's lower mana cost than the card that has Mulch. So what's nice about that is we would draw things like the Fractured Timelines. And actually for that reason, I might take out these quick Sap Sproutlings. Because we would draw the Fractured Timelines. Most of our cards cost like 3 or 4. Most of them are 3. Some of them are 2. So if we were to draw any of those and play them, we would draw things like Fractured Timeline. And actually that card is so contingent, so necessary to our deck. I might just remove this Quick Sap Sproutling entirely. And then, since I only have 2 green heroes anyway, and then I'm gonna have to add another card. But yeah, so if I can give a lot of these cards Mulch, you know, that's really good, because then we can tutor out the Fractured Timelines, or you know, hopefully we could tutor out like the Maelrawn, but that's less likely considering most of our cards are 3-drops. So. You know, I think I'm just gonna play it. I do need, I think, another blue card to add in here. And I said card draw might be an issue, and also mana. I think mana is probably gonna be the bigger one. I would like to be aware of. And the options we have there are Agnum Sanctum, but also Essence Font is a bit of a strange one. Whenever you play a card or activate an ability in this lane, restore 1 mana. So that would make things like Fractured Timeline, Earthshaker's Fissure. Well, those are the only 2 here, but you know, that would make those things. Well, I guess what's that item called that I have in here? The Ghost Scepter. So that would make all those things free to use, which could be fun. It's a little expensive. I don't really see why it costs 6 mana. That seems a little expensive to me, but maybe I'm just not understanding how to value that card. I'm gonna add it in, and we'll see what happens. How many do I want is the question. Not really a lot. Are there any other blue or green cards that I want to take out in order to add 2 of? Maybe Conflag we don't need 3 of. Or In Full Bloom probably don't need 3 of. Definitely don't need 3 of. I guess each round it gives excuse me, each round it gives extra health, but that's not crazy. I'm gonna get rid of one of those. And this curve looks good to me. This mana distribution looks good to me. And I'm gonna add in a second essence font. And then I just gotta add in items. I did spend some time earlier going through all of the items. That's originally why I opened this up, because I was like, I don't know what any of the items are. Let me actually read through them and see what is kind of cool. Ghost Scepter was the one that stood out to me. There was another one, Vlad's Offering, was pretty interesting. I don't think I need it right in this deck now, but that's not bad. In this deck, probably Warhorn would be nice. That's a classic. I put that in a lot of my decks. It's very straightforward. Just give all the units in the lane +2 attack, and give the unit you put it on +6 health. And then I'm probably gonna need some cheaper options as well. So maybe things like Phase Boots. Yeah, probably Phase Boots to be able to get the Maelrawn to hit the tower if we do end up getting it. Stonehall Cloak is never bad. Ring of Basilius is never bad. I mean, a lot of people run Hook Net, and I think I maybe just don't understand this card. Adjacent enemy creeps are rooted and have -2 attack, -2 armor, and +1 bounty. So like, it seems like to me it just lets that hero clear out the lane really effectively. That could be really good on Veno. Maybe I should do that. That could be fantastic on Veno. That's 10 items. Not a bad distribution. Six of these guys. Maybe I don't need 2 Ghost Scepters. But let me get rid of one of those, and I can add in probably another like sword item. Healing Blade, Force Staff, Demagicking Maul. Orchid, probably something cheaper, right? Something cheaper, so maybe the Healing Blade would be nice. Let me get the oh my god, my voice. Let me get the Force Staff, and because that's also gonna help clear the path from Maelrawn if we do ever get it. As far as the flop goes, this looks good to me. I don't need to play Earthshaker on the flop. OD is kind of a weird one. The reason I put him in the deck was because he has 2 round start abilities, so I thought those could be interesting to use with the Fractured Timeline. to be determined, I think. Probably want OD coming in before Earthshaker. I imagine if this deck is any good, it needs to play fast. It might be nice to have Earthshaker on the flop for that reason. And in that case, we would leave Prelix out to pasture. I don't think I'll do that though. Maybe I will, because we do want to be able to bounce out. Oh, this is active on 3 though. Okay. All right, so then it's fine to have Earthshaker there. All right, cool. So let's save that. Maelrawn's Timeline. There it is, ready to be played. Look at it in all of its glory. Let me queue up for a match. Do I want to do a bot match first or up against real people? Maybe a bot match, just so I don't waste somebody's time too much. Just for the first one. And then we can play some real homies. We can play the elites. Opponent bot. That's his name. Hopefully we don't get too crushed. So if this is gonna be my flop lineup, probably want Veno in the mid lane. Veno's just really strong. So yeah, let me toss him in the mid lane. Do you think he'll try to snipe with the Winter Wyvern? Yeah, and it's a bot. I shouldn't be thinking too much about like what it's actually gonna do, because I don't think it has a real strategy. But it's always worth it to keep stuff like that in mind. Let me also move my camera. I'm not covering up the whole screen. Goodbye. Say goodbye to my little banana there. Hey, really moving around. Okay. So as far as the danger deployment, I guess just put like in there. I mean, none of his units can really hurt me anyway, so. And then I'll put the Prelix. Prelix is just gonna die up against the Ogre. I could put the Prelix here and then have the creeps go into him. That wouldn't be bad, right? Okay. Wow. We got it right away. That is really, really good. Also got the Birds of Paradox right away. So I think I just play the Maelrawn in lane 1 here. And we can hope that we draw a Fractured Timeline next round. Ah, that's awesome. Look at that. Uh-oh. Why did he play that? Okay. I mean, I don't think the bot really thinks too much about the cards it's played, to be honest with you. This does not seem like a good, I mean, yeah, this is just very obviously not a good thing to play. It actually is a good counter to our deck, though. Now that I'm reading it, because if we play the Fractured Timeline here, we would trigger this guy's ability. No, play effect. No, we wouldn't. It's only round start and after combat. I'm thinking. Probably want to upgrade here. And we can hope that we get a... this is fine. I hope he doesn't move the Wyvern in front of the Maelrawn. That'd be too bad if he does. Okay. So we didn't get the Fractured Timeline. I think that's okay though. If I Birds of Paradox here, I can play Earthshaker on top of Veno next turn, and that will let me bounce him out. So if I wanted to do that, I would actually want to play. I kind of goofed on this one because you want to put Earthshaker somewhere where he's not gonna bounce out the Maelrawn, and there's not. If I play him on top of Veno, I'd have to play the birds here. I play the birds just on top of the OD. That's not a terrible idea. It's pretty bad though, right? I mean because now we can play the Earthshaker here, and let's see what he does. He's gonna kill the Veno, which is fine, and then I can play Barracks. I probably want to keep pressure in Prelix's lane. Is there a reason to have Barracks here? I don't think so. I think it's probably better to keep this going here. Okay. This is not bad. I can play another Barracks. We have buku mana. Just tremendous mana right now. That came from the Birds of Paradox. Is that right? Why do we have so much mana? Why do I have so much mana? Wait. What? Arcane Flex. Oh, that's from OD. Okay. I knew we got one from. I knew we got one from the birds, but I couldn't figure out where the other one came from. It's the OD. That makes sense. Might be worth it to take the phase boots in case he does try to kill the Maelrawn. I think a real player would try to do that, so I'll play in that with that type of idea in mind. Play the Earthshaker here so that we can only have to bounce out the birds from here if we decide to do that. We get the fractured timeline. So, wow, this is actually really good here. Unfortunately, I can't play the birds again. So, I really goofed on OD's deployment. Like, really bad. But that's okay. So, look at this. He's already at 16. I think this deck is actually not as bad as it might have seemed. I could even Mimicry right now and get him up to 32. Wouldn't quite be enough. Just trying to think if there's a way to get the tower down to... Oh, actually it would be, because it'll... Yeah. When does he transform? On round start. So I'm gonna do this. Well, no, because it'll turn to 32 and then... Yeah, I'm gonna do this. It's not gonna be enough to... Oh, it is, because it plays it. Okay. So this actually works quite a bit better than I think it initially seemed. We let the birds die, but that's fine. We have another one in hand and we really don't need them. We also just made tons of mana because we kept triggering Birds of Paradox ability. Okay, this is actually a really not bad combo at all, I don't think. This is interesting. Alright, so I play the OD, I guess here. I mean, is there a big difference between here and here? I don't think so. And then really at this point it's just gonna be try to deal lethal here, but maybe I just play the Veno here so that I can play a Conflag if I want. I don't think this is bad. Get Unearthed Secrets as well. And Prolix's lane is full because it has 2 of the barracks. Okay, let me play birds right now, just to start it off. And that's gonna, I think, transform him. Yep. Oh! He stunned it. The bastard. Okay. Well, so far this is fine actually, I think. I'm still gonna play Conflag here. And then I could play... It really doesn't behoove me at all to... Oh, it does actually. I could use OD's ability to just minus their attack by a ton. That would be fine, right? Could also fissure the birds out. I really don't think I have to. Yeah, let me just do this.
I won't be denied.
Kills them too. Why did he die? Why did he die? I don't know why he died. That is really bizarre. What just happened? I'm really confused why he died there. Regardless, this is not bad. I could have unearthed secrets here too. I mean, I still can. Is that worth it? I guess so. I could save the Veno. Is that worth it? No. I probably want to keep the phase boots so that I can swap with one of my heroes and hit the tower. Just in case he's got something to block. It does feel bad that Venom's gonna die, but we got the conflag down. That's all that I really wanted to do with him. He's gonna kill all of his creeps right here. Very nice. This is fantastic on Prelix in the last lane. And will that be your creeps in Lycan's lane reach 15 or more? This would be +2, +2, +2, +2, so 6. That'd be 12. So it wouldn't quite be enough. If I put him on top of that, would be 15. It's probably worth it to bounce Prelix out in that case.
2 heads are better than the bleeding thing where
Yeah.
your head used
This'll certainly be 15 here. This is actually a pretty good deck. It is against a bot right now, so maybe it's not quite as good as it seems. Okay, well, he's just gonna die. This doing Fractured Timeline does not help me. So it would be nice to have like the buff cards in this lane, like Mist of Avernus or things like that, which I do have in this deck. I just don't have any now. I could play Unearthed Secrets to fish for them. I should also keep in mind that I do want to play the Warhorn so that I can
accept your
do lethal here this round. Okay. So now if I play a card, it'll have mulch. Is that right? When you play another non-item card from this lane, it has mulch. So I could draw. I could just copy. Does it give it double mulch if I do this? I could just copy another one of these fractured timelines. Doesn't seem that great, but why not, right? Oh my god, we got a Maelrawn. Okay. Then let me do this on the Earthshaker.
You fought well, but it is not enough.
And we're doing lethal, so that's good. Oh, he's gonna block lethal. No, he didn't have enough mana. My guy, what are you doing? So we'll do lethal next turn. Does get the Winter Wyvern deployment. It's making me think it might be nice too to have like something to stun or disable his heroes. Earthshaker kind of has that. But not tremendously. Take the Force Staff there so that I can push her out of the way if she tries to block. And do we need to have our blue heroes up? I don't think so. Is it fine to just put the Prelix here? Yeah, why not? Put the Veno here. This is where like I don't know what the best way to deploy is. I mean, probably safest way to deploy is to do this just in case he has something to kill the Earthshaker. Because this lane's fine with the conflagration. And then I got Essence font. I could use that. We want to think about. This will draw like any card in my deck playing this in this lane, so that's probably good. And we'll put that on the Earthshaker. Okay, so I get So Venom. That doesn't help me really. I got another Maelrawn. Should I have actually played the Maelrawn and I should have counted that because I probably could have played the Maelrawn and I probably could have played the Maelrawn and gotten some damage out with him. Can't quite do lethal. Can do 2 extra here.
On wings,
I don't know why he would choose to kill the Veno. Guess he's scared of the Veno like me. Now we actually only need 1 more damage, so We can just phase boots over with Venno. That would do lethal. Alright, he gets a blocker. That's too bad. Oh, I'm not. This mana thing is I'm not doing the math right at all.
Your death bores me.
So if we do this.
You can't outwit me.
Okay, so we gotta be careful because this is gonna keep doing damage to us. But we should be able to keep doing
You
this.
won't be around much longer.
keep adding charges to this guy.
You
It's not gonna
never
be
have a
quite
chance.
enough to replacing. You're about to play your 6th tower enchantment. Okay, this will destroy a random tower enchantment. That's probably fine. Do we mulch another fractured timeline when we do this? Looks like no. Okay, and but really this was just a bad play on
You
our
won't
part.
survive.
But I think it was fine. If I were to blink somebody over, would that be helpful at all? No, not really. Yeah, there's not a lot to do anymore, unfortunately. Alright, well, we'll just go to the next turn. This Maelrawn will become another 32-32 on the next round. This deck is actually really good if you can get all these fractured timelines out, right? Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's pretty interesting. I was just talking to someone about how you actually play the Maelrawn, and I think this is the way to do it. There's someone I was just playing against. This is a really funny deck, actually. Alright, can we just end this game, bot, please? No? You don't wanna? You don't wanna end the game? You wanna BM Iron Fog Goldmine? Okay, yeah, protect that tower. That's real helpful. Boom. Alright, I think I'm ready. I don't want to make any changes to this thing. When I do that for real. No one's looking for a constructed game. If you are watching, please queue that I can try my deck out. But yeah, that's a really cool deck. Is there anything that I want to add to it? I can't really think of anything like super off the top of my head that I would want to add to it. Maybe I can peruse what we got here. Let me load it up and let's take a look. So we lacked damage there. That was one thing I noticed, was like I could get the Maelrawn up to 32 charges, but the tower would still have more health than 32. So is there any way to help that? I mean, I didn't draw the Mist of Avernus. The In Full Bloom seems like it would probably not be helpful. Like, I think instead of having that, I would rather have some more creeps, namely the, what was it? What is it? The Quicksap Sproutling. That could probably be pretty good here, I think. I want to try that. I'm going to take out In Full Bloom, put in a couple of these. The curve is still fine doing that. In fact, it's probably better. The Essence font actually seemed pretty good. And I think having 2 is the right amount there. Don't really want more than that. And 1 is probably too little. I don't know how to value like having 1 of something in the deck. That seems like a hard thing to judge, right? We're never going to be able to find a game here, I know. It's just going to be stuck here. I'm trying to... What was the other deck that I had that had the Maelrawn in it? Let me Do I want to discard the changes? No, I want to save this. And what was the other one with the Maelrawn? I think it was the deck with Chamoy in it. But now I'm kind of drawing blanks. Was it this one? Was it Tiny Eats a Spinach? No, it can't be this one. Maelrawn's blue anyway, so it's not that one. It was not Magnus's. Oh my god, I forgot about Magnus's Kebab Emporium. It's just so this deck is just, this is me trying to figure out how a skewer works. So I kind of made it. I don't know like what the thinking behind this thing is. It's just like use Sword Lacan and then sometimes skewer. I don't I don't understand what this one is exactly. What was it? It's not Dark Heel Boys. Is Maelrawn in Barracks Devour? Or maybe he was? No, man, I'm really, oh it's Earthshaker's Bouncy Castle. That's right. Here it is. So this one was a little different. This was kind of a play off of Kana's puzzle, trying to make a deck that mimicked that, even though it has no Kana in it. It's kind of the same thinking actually. You get the Birds of Paradox with the Maelrawn and the Homunculus and all that, but it doesn't work as well. It's a lot worse. It was really missing that fractured timeline. Man, that thing is powerful. Holy crap! Like the fact that I can tutor that out. So putting let me go back to the deck. Putting these in is gonna make this deck a little less. I mean, I've only played. I'm talking about this thing like I've played it a lot. I literally have only played it once. So let me make that very, very clear. But putting these in, I would guess, probably makes the deck a lot less consistent, because if you don't have these, if you play any 2-cost cards and most of the 3-cost cards, you're gonna be getting the fractured timeline pretty consistently. If you add in the Quicksap Sproutlings, you end up, those get added to the one cost pool, and then this won't be drawn as often. I think this card's probably the most important card in the deck, maybe barring Birds of Paradox. Like probably even more powerful than the Maelrawn, because you can use this card with Mist of Avernus and in this case the Quicksap Sproutling and the Wolves here to really buff up some damage. We never got to use it with Conflag. That's probably pretty good as well. It makes Echo Slam less interesting. We didn't even use Earthshaker's ability. We didn't end up needing it. I'm thinking maybe he's not necessary to have in this one, but what would I replace him with? Originally I was going to do Chamoy. Luna would probably actually be really fucked up here. Because if you kept Lucent Beaming, you'd just build up insane charges on Eclipse. Plus, if you used Ghost Scepter, like that's actually pretty nuts. That would be so late game though. I don't think that would ever come into play. Is that like something that I could? Oh, my face is covering Ghost Scepter right now, isn't it? Nobody can see that. Hey, I'll move myself over. There I am. All my glory. But yeah, it's interesting. I think this is probably too late game to ever actually get used, but I hope that it would be used at some point. I don't really know. Man, I'm never gonna find a game. Maybe I should just play play another bot match. Is anyone playing right now? It's not 7:30 anymore. Didn't see you. GG for now. Good night, my dude. What time is it? 8:30? That was from 20 minutes ago. I could join constructed chat. Oh man. This is from a while ago. Everyone's playing live draft right now. No one wants to play. I want to play Artifact. Pick me. So, do I take the Earthshaker out, swap Luna in? That's a tough one. Because I did not use Fissure. But Fissure seems like it would be good to have. But I guess what I'm thinking is Fissure good to have beyond the Birds of Paradox? Like, the only other thing that I could envision would be maybe buffing up these wolves or quick sap sproutlings to some insane amount of damage, and then bouncing those out and playing them in a different lane to get a 2-lane kill instead of double 1 lane, and then doing the same with the Maelrawn. But the problem with the Maelrawn is that this card costs 13. This card costs 13 mana. So, oh man, it's a little pricey. I didn't realize it had trample. It's a lot better than I realized. I didn't know that it had trample. That's actually really not bad at all. Maybe I should just play another bot match. Is anyone watching? Does anyone want to play against me? If you're watching, you can stream snipe me. You can play against me. If you're in the beta. I think most people who actually watch this game are in the beta, but maybe that's not true. I don't know. I just want to play a game. Maybe I should just play a bot game. Yeah, let me play another bot game. Tell you what, let me play another bot game, but this time with Luna, and I'll see how that feels. Gotta load the deck first. Let's take Earthshaker out and put Luna in. Is there a different hero that would be good? Luna seems insane. Luna seems so good. Yeah, I mean, Luna seems really good. Ogre could be maybe good. Does Ogre work on not spells? Spell or enchantment? Does that include tower enchantments? Huh. Okay, I'm putting Ogre in. If that includes tower enchantments, that's fantastic. That's so good if that includes tower enchantments. Let's find out. That's so good if that includes tower enchantments. Hold on. Okay. Maelrawn's timeline. Here we go. And bots, you're gonna play. Maybe the bots should play one of my decks. The bots. Alright, I won't cripple them with Magnus's Kebab Emporium, but Heal Boys is actually a pretty good deck. The bot, it should be straightforward for the bot to play as well. Maybe hopefully this is a little challenging. Move my face over. Whee! Alright, that's good. Look at that. Tucked away in the corner. Hello. Alright. So felt good playing. Did it? I was gonna say it felt good playing Venno in the mid lane last game. Did that feel good? Would Lycan be better? I think the mid lane is where we want to play the Maelrawn if we get it. So with that in mind, we want to get this tower as low as possible, as fast as possible. So I think actually Prelix mid is the best play. And then we can play Lycan blind. And we can play Veno here like this. Near the Lycan and do some damage that way. Okay, we get the Maelrawn again. This is pretty insane. That's really, really good. 2 games in a row now. This is never going to happen in a game against an actual person. Unfortunately.
By helping myself,
Veno's dead. Veno fucking died. It's going to get obliterated by this man. Oh, poor Veno. Poor Veno. Well, the bot knows what's up. The bot knows you gotta kill Veno as quickly and as fast as possible, or you are gonna get slaughtered. So that's fair. You keep doing that. All right, but this is really good because I think, man, we really want to try to do 8 damage to this tower in the first turn if we can, if we have the Maelrawn, right? But it's, I mean, it's a moot point. It's fine. Ring of Basilius. I'm going to take that. I'm going to put that in Lycan's lane here and keep the creeps alive. Okay, OD. Do I need to be careful at all where I play OD? We no longer have the what's it called? The, what am I trying to say? No longer have the, oh man, I'm completely blanking on what I even, oh, the Earth Shaker. So we don't have to worry about putting the birds down in any particular place if we get them. So I think playing the OD just kind of anywhere is fine. 2 quick saplings and no cards to, no fractured timelines or birds. So just gonna play the Mist here, and then probably play a sapling down in lane 1 here. Be good with the
fight is almost
good with this. Maybe I should have played barracks in mid lane, but I don't think so. This kind of sucks that he's not only killing the Prelix but also doing damage to the Maelrawn. Hopefully that's not it's not gonna hurt us too much in the long run. I think it's fine to get the Prelix out of this lane, like by dying, because we don't want to have we don't need to have too many creeps in this lane. It is unfortunate that I'm not getting this down to 32. I don't really see a way to do that though. Let me put the ring on Lycan. It wouldn't really help here. It would prevent 1 damage on the Maelrawn, but the Maelrawn, the thing with the Maelrawn is it's kind of gonna die if they choose to kill it. That's probably why it was so good against the bots last game, because the bots don't choose to kill it. But in a game where the thing actually does try to kill it, it's probably not quite as good as it felt. That is the world's dumbest deployment. Why would he do that? These bots, man. Why would he kill his own? Oh my god. Okay. So I still don't have the, oh my god, my voice. Still don't have the fractured timeline. I could unearth secrets into barracks and get that. There's no more saplings in the deck, so that would be fine. I'm gonna do that. I don't think there's a reason not to do that. We can see if Ogre does trigger some tower enchantments. He does. Hey, cool. Double mulch is useless though, so I probably should have played the barracks. No, I shouldn't have played the barracks first, because then we wouldn't have drawn the fractured timeline. So it's definitely the way to do it, but it's not great. And unfortunately, this will cost money we don't have to do. Maybe it was worth it to save that. No. I'm gonna say maybe it was worth it to save that for when this is up again, but that's 2 turns from now. That's so far away. Too far away. This is good. So we're gonna kill mid lane. We can probably do that this round. Let me do some math. I'm realizing now we definitely should not have played the fractured timeline. That turn, we should have played it right now. But that's okay. I mean, I lose out on a charge. It sucks, but that's a misplay. That's a misplay. That's what I'm trying to say. I can show that if anyone is not seeing why. The fractured timeline disables the round start effects, so this isn't going to double at the start of the round. I have to pay for that. If I had waited, this would have activated at the start, and then I could have played it and activated it again. So it was definitely a misplay, but it's fine. We ended up just killing this tower pretty much without doing anything. So that's pretty good. I mean, we played 2 cards here. and like it. So we're not doing bad at all. Guess I'll just do this here. And I can try to draw another I would have to play this essence font, but we'll gain the mana back, so I can try to draw another thing. I didn't end up getting it. That's alright. Do I want to play Ring of Basilius here? I don't think it matters. Probably playing Prelix here was a misplay. Yeah, and unfortunately this is not going to do lethal right now. So I'll just leave it like this. I probably, instead of gambling with the essence font on Ogre, I probably should have just secured lethal here. But saying that, I actually couldn't have done that anyway, so neither here nor there, really. Neither here nor there. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, we got the birds. No heroes here though, so that's kind of useless. I could trigger this again, but it's not gonna do lethal. I wish there were a way to do 2 more damage in this lane, but there's not, because we can't move the lichen out. I guess just pass. I could probably do lethal here next turn. If I drew a fractured timeline. But we're really set up in mid lane to do that, so I'll just keep initiative, I guess. Wow, I don't know why he's not concerned. The bots just, I guess, are not concerned with the Maelrawn. I guess they're programmed to maybe block the whatever has the most damage. A real person would probably try to kill the Maelrawn here. I would guess. I would wager. Maybe not though. Okay. This is good. Maelrawn's gonna be up in no time. This lane is kind of fucked. I mean, really the way to win here probably is just to do lethal first, right? But maybe we play the Ogre here and the OD just in case we get some stuff. Like Conflagration would help there. I can play the Prelix here. That wouldn't be bad. And then I guess just the Veno here. Just in case we decide to try to save this. Okay, so I get Ignite. That will deal damage to...
I won't be needed here for long.
Okay. So Ignite is not quite going to kill this guy, unfortunately. But we have multiple fractured timelines, so we will be able to do that. These, he doesn't have any round start effects. We do have to be careful in a real game to look out for any round start effects that they have, but he does not. I can play Birds of Paradox. That'll draw another fractured timeline, actually. Oh, does this only work on heroes, Ignite? Oh, deal 2 damage to the 2 closest heroes. 2 closest enemies. So this doesn't count as being close, I guess? Or maybe it's random. Let me find out. I should have drawn a fractured timeline actually playing those birds. I'm not sure why I didn't. If I played the Astral Imprisonment, I should draw a fractured timeline, but I'm not going to do it. But we already won here. I'm kind of just BMing at this point. I keep forgetting this guy has trample. I probably should try to not forget that in a real game. Yeah, I guess we drew all of our fractured timelines, or what's going on there? I don't know why I'm not trying it with oh, I don't have Unearthed Secrets here. I think I killed it with this fractured timeline, actually. Okay, let me just win. Hey, it's not a bad deck, right? Does anyone want to play against me? I'm desperate. Please, God. Give me someone to play against. Alright, let's try again. Oh, someone's looking for a match. Alright, here we go. Boom. Searching it up. Here we go. I'm ready to be stream sniped. This looks like a classic, more of a classic deck from you'd see in Artifact 1. You got the Prelix Kana combo, Drow to buff. I'm sure he's got, oh my god, Veno. Get Veno out of here. Okay, who's he playing mid? Probably Tree or Prelix. I liked playing Prelix mid. I'm going to do that again. I think if he plays Tree, he plays Tree mid-mid. And I think it's fine to put Prelix up against that. Okay. Then, over here, blind, he's going to put... No, I'm just guessing at this point. I'm like completely guessing. If he plays the Prelix, it's nice to have the Lycan. So he does play the Prelix, so now this guy's going to do 3 damage to the tower. That's not bad. And having Veno up against Kana is actually pretty good. So let me do that. And I'll play Veno there so he can do his Veno things. Okay. Again. Oh my god, I'm doing it. I got the Maelrawn. I got 2 Maelrons. Well, this is fantastic. Is there a consideration to play the Maelrawn here? No. No, it's going mid. It's for sure going mid. He gets the doggos. Oh, that's interesting. Are these round start effects? No, they're not. I was gonna say, maybe I should add Kana to this deck. Can I see what he has? I can. Wildling Bat. I was looking at this card. Bait, sorry. I was looking at this card earlier. It's interesting. If there were a way to not dispel enchantments, like I wonder. Actually, putting it in this deck could be kind of weird, right? And by weird, I mean like good, because I could copy it with. I keep forgetting. I'm trying to remember names of cards, so mimicry. I could copy it with mimicry. So that's an idea. Does he have mimicry? He doesn't. Mimicry is really good for decks that I like to make. Stupid decks. If we got 2 Maelrons here, wouldn't that be insane? It's probably really bad. Getting the ring for Venno seems really good, especially in Kana lane. I think actually, maybe this is not great. Putting OD here and just leaving this Maelrawn as a contingency does not seem that bad to me. Yeah, especially because we can hit the drow there. Well, we got a 3rd Maelrawn. Wow. So I probably want to play the Maelrawn on top of this guy and just eat it. That kind of sucks, but I think that's what I want to do. Keep it like safe a little bit. Maybe it's too dangerous to have the Maelrawn in this lane. Probably is, right? Okay, I think thinking about it, I think playing the OD here was a bad choice. Is my camera in the right place? Yeah, it is. Oh, hey. Yeah, I think the OD probably should have gone in this lane actually. But it's hard to say. It's hard to say. So, if we had Fractured Timeline here, that would be really good because we could kill off these dogs, but we don't. Do I want to play a second Maelrawn down? I think probably yes. I'm going to play it here. Now, this might seem weird, but I'm doing this so that if I do get the Fractured Timeline, A, it's harder for him to kill both of these, and then B, I can what am I trying to say? The second thing here is it'll do more than 40 because the things that it spawns are only 32 32s. So if I have 2 of them, that'll be well over 40. I'm gonna eat one of these creeps as well, or not eat it, but destroy it. Because I think it's nice to get some damage built up in this lane. He's probably gonna play Venno here too, which sucks.
Will not come so easy.
But it is what it is. Okay, bring a Basilius. I think we're gonna put that on Lycan. I think we want to try as much as possible to not have another hero come into this lane. I'm gonna do what I can to match his the plays he makes here. Okay, we should be able to kill off at least one of these dogs on this turn here when these guys activate. The ogre's gonna go mid in case we get the Fractured Timeline. You can multicast it. Hey, this is not bad, right? This is not bad, not a bad deck. Okay, come on, Venno. Hit the dogs. Oh, we got one. No, we just got one. Damn. Okay, and still no Fractured Timeline. still no anything we can use, really. Which kind of sucks. Oh, bird. I did get birds. Birds here. It's not bad, but he plays second flag. That's fine. I kind of wish that OD was dying. Is there any way to do that? Yeah, I can play birds on top of him. I can also just play a Maelrawn on top of him. I'm not sure what the... Okay, if I play Unearthed Secrets here, this kind of sucks, but I'm going to do it like this, and then play birds on top of the OD. I'll draw a Fractured Timeline, hopefully, and then I can play that into mid lane next turn and multicast it. Anyways, we kill off one of his dogs doing that, so that's not bad. Okay, right now, do I do the Fractured Timeline now? I think so, yes. Okay. Yeah, I think I do. Only thing is doing this. No, I'm gonna save it. Because we still have multicast up on Ogre. So I can play it next round. Get the free charge here, and then I'll get 2 more from the Fractured Timelines. So that'll bring this guy up to 16. If we can draw another one, we might be able to do quite a bit more than that. Okay. Everyone's dying here. So let me play... Oh man, and everyone died here too. I didn't even see what happened in lane 1. Okay, I'm going to play the Prelex here, and we can play some Venoms. We did draw another Fractured Timeline. Okay. We're doing quite well here. It's actually... Yeah. This will be 16. Oh my god, we did it. We're going to get 8, 16, 32, 40. We're gonna get 2 Maelrons. Oh my god. We're getting 2, baby. Oh, it doesn't matter though. You can play that all you like. Does he have Annihilation? He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Oh my god. Oh my god. The multicast. Does he know what's about to happen? He doesn't even know. Doesn't even. Oh, this is gonna kill the Ogre. Okay. We gotta be... That's okay. This guy's gonna transform next, so he can't die now. We're fine. We're fine. Fine. Yeah, draw cards. I don't care. I don't care. Look at this. Look at this. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. Yeah, do it. Do it. Hurt me. Hurt me. Oh, we not quite get 2. Just the 1. This one is gonna die too, so that sucks. But we get 1 out. Get 1 out.
Your death will serve.
And we are not quite doing lethal here either. Damn, I wish this guy wasn't dying. That really sucks. It's okay. We get 1 Maelrawn. We have Prelix here. And we can actually play another... Oh no, we don't have any blue heroes up. I was gonna say we could play another Maelrawn here next turn, but not quite. Still, it's not bad. We get the hook net for Prelex, and then upgrade. I should really be upgrading here. I keep forgetting to do that. or not even forgetting. It's just I haven't really played this enough to remember that that's a thing you can do. Not super useful to have characters in this lane right now. I don't think there's a way for him to really kill my units. I think it's probably more useful to kill off his drow here. Okay. So we get picking flag for lane 1. And we're just doing nice damage here. Is there a way for him to clear it out? Not really. The thing is too, he doesn't even have the yeah, he doesn't have anything to get rid of this guy. Oh my god, he doesn't even have the creep steal one. He's kind of fucked here, actually. We can also get quite a few charges on this Maelrawn if we wanted to do that next turn. We might be able to just kill him next turn. Yeah, this kind of sucks. Question I'm asking myself now is, do I want to play Conflag here? I think the answer is yes. Yeah, I'm definitely going to play Conflagration here. Doesn't feel great. I kind of wanted to play it in this lane and see how it interacted with these fractured timelines, but that's okay. That's not bad. This is a really fun deck. This is like a really silly, stupid deck, but I like it. Alright, come on, guy. Take your turn. What is his image here? This is the character, I guess. Take a little water break.
No one can escape my bow.
Do I want to play another Maelrawn? Not really. And play the hook net on Lycan here. And that'll kill off the I'm pointing at it, so no one can actually see what I'm pointing at. That'll kill off this creep next turn. Let me pass. The OD just dies, which sucks. But he's not doing lethal here, which is really good. I'm not sure why he didn't activate the emissary. Maybe he's sort of giving up. I hope not. But I think it's possible that that's what's happening. Okay, let me, I guess, upgrade the shop and get the phase boots in case we want to move the Maelrawn over. So, getting the ogre in this lane is really good, and getting the Veno in here as well is really good. I think we just want to try to prevent lethal here. These are gonna die, so Kana doesn't help too much for him. And okay, so I have the barracks, but that's not great. I can play the Maelrawn, but we can't quite get it up to lethal. I'm just seeing if there's a way to do lethal here. I don't think that there is. Moving this man over would not quite do it. I could play another Maelrawn just for the heck of it. Does Veno actually do damage? No. He summons Plague Wards, but there's none of those to use right now. No slots available for them. don't think there's a way to do lethal here. What has he got? What is he gonna play with Kana? Like nothing, right? Yeah, he's kind of fucked here. I think he lost. Okay. Vol Martyr. I mean, I could play barracks and just build up charges. Probably a good idea. Only reason I'm thinking that is if he does have something to clear out my lanes next turn, I'll have the yeah. If he does have something to like clear things out here next turn, I will have the barracks all charged up. This is probably going to replace one of my fractured timelines. So let me gamble a little bit. I'll use one.
My people will defend the ancient till our dying breath.
I'll use one and then play it and see if it replaces that one. I mean, there's no real strategy here for me. Come on, come on. We replaced our barracks with the barracks. Okay. Pretty dumb. Not the worst. Not the greatest.
A gift from the quarry.
This, we fractured timeline 2 more times. It's not going to be enough to... we can't even do it anyway. Okay. Do I want to blink scroll over here? I think I do actually with Lycan. Because I'll get the hook net out. And this will kill off his units here. This is good. This is good. Kill a lot of his things here. And he might be able to win here. But we are killing all of his units right away. I can play OD in there as well, so I think I'm fine. I have a feeling I'm fine, but let me play OD into here just in case.
You are on the
Okay.
wrong side.
And I can sow Venom here. I mean, there's a lot of things I can do here. We're gonna get another Maelrawn up. Dude, let's see. It's gonna be like 70 something damage to the tower. Oh, yeah. I mean, what is he gonna play realistically? Did he just draw this? Yeah. So I wasn't paying attention to his money. He could have drawn Thunderhide. That would kill us. There's nothing I can really do about that. It's too bad. So let me just fracture timeline here.
I will do anything to protect.
Oh, this
the
is gonna
ancient.
give him blockers with his Veno. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Oh, he silenced me. Uh-oh. Oh, I goofed there. Okay, I goofed hard. I think he's gonna win.
So long as the armor covers my
I was overconfident. My hubris killed me. Just really wanted to see. And can he do it? He has 2 mana left. Oh, it's gonna be the item that he has. Damn. My hubris got the best of me. Well, I'll keep doing my strategy. Yep. Damn. I fucked up. Well played, sir. I'll do it though to get the Maelrawn out. Show me the Maelrawn. Look at that. 73 damage. Oh, he had this one too. Damn, there's and so I made some misplays there, such as forgetting he had silence with Drow, and leaving this lane a little too defenseless. But the actual combo went off, which was amazing to see. That was really, really cool. I think I'll play another one here. Hey, look at that, I leveled up. So I lost that game, but I think I won in spirit. It sucks that you can't open packs while you're searching for a game. I like opening the packs just to see what like read some cards. It's like just a thing to read some random cards. They don't actually do anything right now, the packs. I needed that water. My voice is starting to go here. I think I'm the only one looking for a game now. It's too bad. Maybe I can look through the cards a bit more. What else? What else is? Did I see anything there? The Wild Wing bait I thought could be interesting. It gets dispelled, and it's kind of could be fun to use with mimicry. What else can you? Mimicry seems like it's actually really good. What else can be used with mimicry? Let me look up towers. We'll look at all colors. So let me do the full text. I don't get like Red Mist Pillager, things like that. Okay, so steam cannon. I'm just looking at things that could be fun to have a billion of. Mist of Avernus is obviously one. Steam cannon. What does Plague Hex do? Whenever an allied unit dies, give a random enemy +1 decay until they die. Whenever an allied unit dies, give a random enemy +1 decay till they die. It's kind of just like board clear, right? Who are we playing against? Oh, Arsenio, I've played against you before. What's up? All right, let's. You're playing the same deck too, I think. All right. I think he plays Death Prophet here. Let me play the. This feels real bad. No, I gotta play the Prelix here. Alright, so he doesn't end up playing the Death Prophet here. Guess he probably plays the Death Prophet into his safe lane. And I think I'll want to play Lycan up against that. No, he plays the Death Prophet there. That's interesting. I'm gonna put the Veno there.
My cause is just.
Okay.
My blade is cruel.
So we get a Maelrawn again. We're cooking with Maelrons this today. Every time. Wow, the gods have blessed me. I think I've gotten a Maelrawn firsthand every single game. This is amazing. But I can play the Mist. I think the Mist in the Maelrawn lane is really good. Because you add damage to the Maelrawn so it can kill like little chump blockers that he puts up against it. So I think that's pretty nice. I wonder if he's taking the time to look through my deck right now. Is that what you're doing, Arsenio? He gets the gold-plated golem, so this guy is gonna earn him some money. think. Only if he has black heroes, though. So, yeah, he's just gonna earn money. Play the courier down. Maybe I shouldn't be playing the courier mid, because it's taking up enchantment slot. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be playing the courier mid. Now that I think about it. Probably bad. Okay. I can get the Ring of Basilius. I don't think it's too useful right now. Let me skip and get the 5 gold. Okay, I'll play the OD here. And we can play Mist. Or something else if I draw it. The Ignite could be nice. Is the Ignite something I want to have here? Could do the Ignite here. Okay. Could also can flag in lane 1. Also can flag mid. Trying to think through my options here. Am I scared by mid at all? A little bit, yeah, because we're losing the Prelix. But I'll get to put Ogre there. I think I kind of want to Mist here. If I could Mist here. And then Barracks here. Set. I think Veno's holding his own. I think I actually Ignite Veno though. I think I do Ignite Veno. It's only 1 piercing damage, right? Or just 1 damage in general. But it gives them decay. I think this is good. Because Veno's Plague Wards also give the units decay. So hopefully that'll kind of eat away at his Death Prophet. His deck, I remember this deck. It's like gold gain, right? Yeah, he has like, you can't see it. My face is covering it, but he has Dark Blight Shield, Spirit Vessel, things like that. The Dark Blight Shield, I remember him using. That was a pretty key component to his deck. I think getting the Hook Net on Veno is good as well. I'm gonna upgrade the shop. And then I'm gonna play the Ogre down right in mid, I think is fine. I don't know if there's any reason not to do that. The Maelrawn, I think, might die, unfortunately. I probably have to play Conflag down here. Maybe I should have played that down last turn. If he gets hit by this Plague Ward, okay, thank God. So this should be fine then.
You're not good enough to stop us.
I do get the Fractured Timeline. Okay. There's a lot to think about right now. I want to. Oh, I can play both. And then I can't play 2 Fractured Timelines and the Conflagration. The Conflag seems like it's a little too good not to play. But getting the Fractured Timeline out is also really nice. I think it's better to do this. I want to try to get the Maelrawn out before this dies. It's a little risky. I can put the Hook Net on Ogre at least to kill this Plague Ward. And the Mirana thankfully can't jump to anywhere in this lane.
My favorite part is when we light everything
That's
on
fine.
fire.
I'll play another Fractured Timeline here. And Oh, I'm not even thinking though because I'm about to activate Veno's abilities. Yeah. So let me put the hook net here. We'll kill this off.
Crush you!
Let me see if he has a response to this. He's gonna keep the Veno alive. I would like to avoid that if possible. It's not really a good way to do that. I can get the barracks here. Okay, I'm just trying to think this through. I can also get the wolf in this lane. Might need to do. I think I just kind of drop this lane, leave it where it is for now. Play the wolf here.
Wolves, to me!
Because 7 damage on this tower is actually pretty good. That's fine. I could block that. Should I chump block that or build up? If he kills the courier or the mist, that's fine. And if he kills one of the fractured timelines, as much as that sucks, that's fine too. I think this is the way to play it. So he'll kill one of these things. He could have chump block. Maybe that would have been better. Yeah, he gets one of those. It's okay. It was a bonus copy anyway. It came from multicast, so not too upset about that. Ring of Basilius is definitely really good in one of these lanes. And getting the Prelex. Right, Veno's gonna die here, so maybe I get the Prelex here. I think I do. Veno's gonna die right away. The Death Prophet dies too though, so that's good. Okay. And the Maelrawn, not doing so hot. Ooh. Okay. There goes our presence in the last lane. It's alright though. I want to play Conflagration and then use the Fractured Timeline. Is that going to kill off the... So if I play Ring first, that's better. Deal 1 damage to the 2 closest enemies and give them decay. So I'll play the Ring of Basilius on the Ogre first, and then I'll Fractured Timeline.
Remember, there's two
I'm just trying to keep this guy alive. This should be fine. Yeah, because now I can activate this twice next turn and kill off the Marana. Okay. We're stabilizing. It's not bad. Not bad. Oh, she got the... she got the... Actually, that's fine, because now he's going to double up right away. I get the Warhorn. Is that good? Probably in one of these lanes. Maybe in this lane. I don't think this lane needs any more help from, like, green cards. We don't have anything to play in this lane, so I think I play the OD here. I think he plays his Ogre mid. I'm not sure though. It's kind of hard to say. This is like the first time I've ever actually been kind of good. Like, this deck is actually not bad. All my other decks are trash. So this is fun. It's fun to have a deck that can actually do something. I'm also, you can't see my rank. My rank is 1 star. I don't know what the name of that is. We drew the birds, which is too bad, because it means that
No, I did.
No, I did.
means that we can't play them in this lane, which would have been nice to do.
I don't think so.
Damn, he is going to kill the Maelrawn as well. Is there anything I can do about that? Yeah, I can astral imprison it, right? Yeah. No, I don't have green hero there. Oh, I really fucked up not playing the OD into this lane here. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna keep the ogre alive,
What is it?
and we'll do some
That's a good
damage to the
question. Let's find out.
tower here.
Smash you.
Okay. What is that thing? What the hell? Deal piercing damage equal to each enemy equal to their decay? Oh my god. He just obliterated me. Wow. Wow. That really sucks. Okay. Is there any way to survive here? Not really. Playing the barracks would be nice. In the event that we do get a... Oh, I forgot we had multicast. Oh man. Okay, I can double barracks and then mimicry. And that
You
wouldn't be
didn't think you were
bad.
winning, right?
Okay, I can't do that anymore. But I can play the barracks in this lane, the copy. And I could mimicry here. I think that's fine. I'm trying my best now to just reestablish a presence in one of these lanes. It's looking like it's going to be this first lane. Yeah. Looking like it's going to be lane 1 here. Which kind of sucks. We invested a lot into that Maelrawn. Oh, I don't have 4 mana. I can't do math, can I? I really thought I had that. If I do this, this'll give me +2 max mana. And not gonna help. Let me just pass. Okay, we're gonna kill the Marana off if he doesn't kill the can flag, so that's good. But he is doing 12 damage to this tower. Okay, he took out the barracks, that's fine. So I at least kill off the Marana. And there's nothing there that we want or can even buy. Let's try to get back into this lane. For the life of me. I guess he sniped the Venno. I'm not sure if he did that because he knew the Venno would be here, or if I think he was just replacing the Marana so he can deploy her next round. Regardless, I do have mimicry, so if I were to conflag here, that would be pretty good. And that's not going to give me enough to mimicry. But I can play... birds is not good. Actually, birds... Oh, wait, what? Allied round start effects. Will birds trigger the tower enchantments? I don't think so. I don't actually know. I don't think it will. I'm gonna try it because I don't actually know. If it does, that's really good. Oh my god.
You'll have satisfaction.
Wow. That's not bad, huh? This guy's still taking buku damage, but that's not bad. He gets the conflag. But we have mega creeps in that lane, so that's not bad. I get astral imprisonment of Veno. Stun a unit and give it damage immunity until the start of next round. Yeah, this is what we want. It takes 3 damage off the tower, but it means the Veno survives. Which is what I want. And we kill his ogre. So all around, this is pretty good. Maybe this is like a waste to play that here. You got an item that he's not playing. What item did he get? I think this Necronomicon. You might not be able to see that, but I think he got the Necronomicon. I wasn't counting his gold though. Okay, the Warhorn seems really good. And I can play the ogre somewhere. I could play the ogre mid, it feels like. Like, he's not really doing a lot here. Let me play the ogre mid, because he can probably kill the Veno off. And
I feel stronger.
isn't the Veno supposed to come out of? Oh, he already did his 1 damage here. Okay. So we kind of stabilized mid lane, which is really good. But first lane is not going down as fast as I would like. I'm gonna play Ignite on Prelex and then Birds.
We will make the wicked
And that
kneel.
will I also could have mimicry'd the Conflag. Actually, how much health does... Yeah, this only has 4 health. And the Ogre is going to have more. Yeah, the Ogre is going to live. If we play the Mimicry, we can do both. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to play Birds now, just to kill the Veno off. And then I can Mimicry the Conflag. I could also Mimicry the Mist here, but I don't think that's necessary. Let's see what he does. I mean, I think he's definitely gonna block lethal here. I think. Okay. He made Ogre deal no damage. I can get up to 9 damage, which is not enough to do lethal. So I think what I should do, Warhorn here will give... Wait, will Warhorn do lethal? Does this affect the hero you played on? Oh, it does. So then I just Mimicry the Conflag here. And... Oh, we get another one. I can't afford it though, which is too bad. Damn. Maybe I should have... I forgot that Ogre had this ability up. Maybe I should have been a little more careful with my mana. That's okay. I mean, I think I win here. Combat does start from this direction next turn, but he can't play any black. He's gonna have no black heroes in this lane. And I don't know why I picked that. I don't really need it. Yeah, he's gonna have no black heroes in this lane, and he'll have Ogre. I mean, I guess he plays Death Prophet here, or maybe in the last lane. Yeah, he plays. That's. Isn't she dead? No, not quite. 1 damage off. Okay. So prevent 22 damage, sir. That is my challenge to you. And also do lethal in this lane. I think I won. I'm not, I don't know yet. Okay, that's a huge eclipse. You might be able to do it. It's not quite. He multicasts though. I mean, I can just blink over with OD. So, yeah. That was really close. He could have played the Eclipse again, and that would have cleared out my lane. But I would have just blinked over with OD, and then I could have even played the dog. GG. Artreus. What is his name? I forget his name. That was fun. Did I level up? No. I'm still rank 1. I'm having a good time. I'm gonna play another one. Oh, somebody's already looking for a game. Maybe he wants a rematch. Alright, I also gotta stretch. Nerd. Always get up from your chair every few minutes, every couple hours. Stretch out. Yeah, it's always a good thing. So this deck is a Maelrawn deck. Maelrawn pop it. We try to do tons of damage to his tower. Who does he play mid here? Probably Ursa. I think I play Veno into that and just try to get lucky. Yeah. I don't know how people always say, oh, we've played against Nerd before. I don't know how people always get, I always get sniped. Alright. He's gonna use his bounty to snipe, so I guess I'll sack the Prelex. Maybe that's not great. But at least this way, that kind of sucks because Lycan can't go up against Legion like that. Okay. It's not a great start. Not a great start. Anyone who's watching is like, this guy does not know how to play this game, and that's true. Still trying to figure it out. Birds is not helpful right now. The sapling I could play. What did he play? Equip an allied hero with basic items. So I think I play the sapling here. Maybe like right here. So it gets the buff from Lycan. And then I'll play the barracks mid. It sucks being up having him having the Ursa there. But I don't think I want the barracks in this lane. Maybe I do to capitalize on the mega creep that's already there. But I think we're probably playing OD mid. Is that true? Actually, he's not gonna play the PA into this lane, so I think that's actually pretty good to get the barracks there. Kind of buff it a little bit. I'll play the courier as well. I gotta stop playing the courier mid lane with this deck because it takes up a tower slot, And I need my tower slots. I need all that space. So hopefully we get the combo off, so you can actually see it. It's a really cool combo. You use a fractured timeline. So you get like 4 or 3 fractured timelines in a lane, and then you trigger them all to get Maelrawn pop its charges like all the way up, and you get a 32-32 right away, real fast. It's good. The Force Staff could be nice to push the PA away, but he'll probably just use the PA to gank realistically. So I don't think it matters too much is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, let me save my gold. Okay, the Ring of Basilius is better, because I can play that on Lycan, and that's actually pretty good. I don't know where I want the OD. I guess probably here to make Ursa do less damage. That's interesting too that he's sniping. I would have guessed that he would put the PA mid, but I guess he figures he's doing, like, Ursa's doing enough here anyway, that he doesn't need that. Ah. He does put the PA mid. Zombie. Oh, it's zombies time? Alright, I'm gonna play one more game and then switch over to Call of Duty Zombies. Everyone's favorite game. Yeah, he did play the
Thank you for the armor.
he did do exactly what I said. Ended up playing the PA mid.
I won't stop fighting.
Alright, I think I birds here. And no, birds isn't great here. That's a greedy birds if I did that. I'm gonna save my birds. So maybe I chump block. 7 damage is a lot. Okay, I'll sack the birds and just chump block. I mean, that doesn't feel great, but it feels like I have to do it. It also I forgot that this is an after combat ability. It's not a round start ability, so I didn't even buff him by playing birds. I was doubly bad. Okay. So Venom's kind of fucked already. I'm thinking maybe I just play him into this lane to slow it down. And play Prelix here. And I think I actually play... No, I don't play Ogre mid. I play Ogre... Do I just play 2 heroes in the last lane? Yeah, because I want to multicast something. Like I can multicast Ignite here, which would be pretty good, I think. Okay, there's a lot to dissect here. I only have 5 mana. I actually probably should have played the Ogre into this lane so I could play the Maelrawn down. But I didn't do that, so c'est la vie. The Maelrawn should go here, because now he at least has to address it. And we can play the OD into this lane next turn. And I can also play Ignite onto someone, or I could save it for next turn and multicast it in this lane. I'm not sure which is better there. I think he's like, why does this guy even have Maelrawn in his deck?
There's no escaping
Okay.
me.
Could play Ignite on Venno. I don't think I want to. So I'm just gonna leave it like this.
I won't be moved.
We got the Maelrawn down. And I probably won't play the OD here actually. It's hard to say. Playing the ogre here was a really bad decision. Because I need to be able to cast blue cards in other lanes. So doubling up on blue here was bad. I guess I'm probably gonna be playing the OD in mid lane here. Just to get some damage on the tower so that, oh, it won't even do that, will it? Getting another ring wouldn't be terrible, but I think I want to save the money and get that Warhorn next turn. I can. Gonna do this, and this will remove some damage from PA. So I can multicast Ignite now, which I think I should do. Could also mimicry the barracks. I think multicasting Ignite is pretty good.
Let's show 'em what we can
And I
do.
can just put both of those on Prelix. And hopefully he doesn't kill off the Maelrawn. But I think he probably will. Like, if things really come down to it, he'll kill this thing off if he has to. I'm not trying any of my any of the cards I need to be able to buff the charges on this, which is unfortunate. That is giving him extra damage when he takes damage. I could actually kill him with if I got the fractured timeline. That's actually, I'm tempted now to play Venno into this lane.
Move into position.
Ah, that sucks. He's gonna kill the Lycan. I think I definitely play Venno into this lane now, actually. So I can kill him with fractured timeline. So setting that up would probably be nice. Get the Warhorn here for the last lane. And I'll just play Venno here. And no, I could play it here. I could play it here and then just sow Venom. It's not bad.
It didn't have to be this way.
So I don't quite have lethal in this lane. This is too bad. But next turn I will. There's nothing that I could do Warhorn on OD here. That would add 4 extra to the tower. Bring it down to 33. But I still don't have any of my fractured timelines, so I still can't really do anything. And we won't be able to move these guys out either. So I think playing Sow Venom and then maybe... not much else there. Pretty much just Sow Venom. I could Astral Imprisonment this thing too to keep it alive. Might be a good idea. Let's see if he keeps his Bounty Hunter alive. He has a tier 3 item. So that's probably his... It's one of these. Yeah, it's
Nothing will
Sorlikon
get
Spear.
between me and my quarry.
This is Scheme, which means if I pass, right, that Triggers every time you pass, and that gives him +2 attack and +2 siege. So I might want to just pass here. I think that would be fine. I could do the Warhorn. Might be better to do once. Okay, I have to sow Venom. So he's gonna pass, do some extra damage to this tower.
You can't escape my blade.
And I probably pass now. I think this is fine. Because I can do lethal here next turn. I prevented some damage in lane 1 here. And we might be able to do Maelrawn's thing. If I get enough cards to do that. Getting the Force Staff is good. I can push the PA into me, which sucks, but I could have also Astral imprisoned her, so I wasn't thinking too much. That's probably good enough to do on Legion as well.
Smash you!
I wish there was another way.
So maybe he just maybe he's just gonna pass to scheme here, but I don't think he will because he's already doing lethal. He has duel, we're kind of fucked. Okay, he just does no hesitation there. I actually don't think that's bad for me. And let me think about what I got. So the Maelrawn needs to be triggered 2 more times to turn into the 32/32. I'm just trying to survive in this lane, I think. And I can do that with Warhorn. And Astral, probably. I really want to. Let's see what he does. Okay. So I'm going to Astral imprison the PA. I'll play Force Staff onto
You suffered
one of
enough.
these guys.
I'll grant you a quick death.
Okay. I have to do this. Sucks.
Sometimes the shepherd must fend off the wolves.
Because he's...
There's no weapon I can't wield.
I mean, he's definitely gonna win here. I get no deployments, but I get the blink scroll.
There's no weapon.
And I have to somehow prevent all of this damage in this lane. I think I'm fucked. I mean, is there any reason for Bounty to not go right here? I don't think so. I think he does. Oh wow, he goes here. Because he has initiative, so he can kill me right away, and then that would probably win him the game.
Repent.
Because this says trample somewhere, right? Is that true? Does it have trample? Oh man.
It's all according to plan.
I think I'm DD mega dead. I think you're right. Those all have schemes, so they're gonna be doing damage to the tower regardless. And so I can't block, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm DD mega dead. That's too bad. GG. Well played. Man, and I never got the combo off either with the Maelrawn. But there is if you watch the VOD and you want to see it, there is a I did get the combo off in one of the games, so it's a pretty cool combo. If you tuned in, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go play Call of Duty Zombies now. I'm coming, Alex. Don't you worry. Yes, now I can do zombies. All your dreams have come true. Goodbye.